everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing the Getting to Know You tag, which was started by Stories and Succulents. So if you don't already subscribe to Stories and Succulents, make sure you go and subscribe. I was tagged by Jerry at PlantingMemories, which you will have seen plenty of videos mentioning Jerry on my channel, as he's one of my ultimate favourite plant tubers. So make sure you do go and check out Jerry. I will leave a channel card to Stories and Succulents and one to Jerry around about now, so hopefully you can find that nice and easily, otherwise it will be in the description. So this is the Getting to Know You tag, and it's basically, I think it's 11 questions. I didn't actually write down the question numbers because that would have been useful. Just giving some background on us as plant tubers. And I always like to do these. It's always good fun when someone tags you, and it's good fun getting to know things about the people that you watch. So the first question is, introduce yourself. How do I introduce myself? I'm Emma, obviously, and I have been a plant hobbyist for a good, I want to say 3 years now, at least more than 3 probably. And I at some point decided to start a YouTube channel, and it's just kind of spiraled from there. I am 27 years old. I live in Bournemouth in the UK, and I have an office job, but I'm working from home because of COVID. So I don't really know what else to tell you, but let me know in the comments if there's other stuff you would like to know. Question 2 is, what hobbies do you have besides plants? Too many, way too many. I would almost go so far as to say that my hobby is collecting hobbies. I love to read. I love reading. I love doing drawing, artwork, all that kind of stuff. Amateur level, very amateur level. But I do enjoy that. I am an avid weightlifter and gym goer, although post-lockdown I don't feel like I look like one. But I think a lot of us have put on weight during the lockdown, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. Just saying. But yes, if you follow my personal account on Instagram, then you'll see I am really into my fitness. What else? I am thoroughly enjoying YouTube as a hobby, really enjoying that, and I have recently signed up to do a sports massage course. So yeah, I seem to have endless hobbies that I have no time for. So I should probably just focus on one. But yeah, the big ones are plants and weightlifting at the gym. So besides plants, I would have to say probably weightlifting. Do you have any dependents? One of our dependents has just run away and the other one is sleeping. So I will insert a clip here. Spoiler, they're not children, they are pets. We have one hamster. Her name is Manuka, and she is a year and she's probably coming up to about a year and 9 months now. She's getting a little geriatric, but she's doing very well. She's still very active and very friendly. She's absolutely lovely, and she's been my little lifesaver, really. And our other dependent is Nico the cat. He's a ragamuffin cat, and he is today being an absolute nightmare. So I'll insert a clip here just so you can see them. Here is one of our dependents, Nico the cat. If you can't tell, he's not overly happy about being held like this. Why? Yeah, that is him. Number 4, why plants? What is your plant origin story? I think if you have watched back through all my videos, you might already know this, but how I first got into plants, I've had houseplants a long time, but not on anything like this scale. So I probably had about 5 to 7 houseplants at any given time. And I came home from holiday one day. after 2 weeks and found both of my peace lilies, which were very special to me at the time due to who had given them to me. Both of my peace lilies were on their last legs, like they were pretty much dead. And somehow I managed, with my amateur not knowing anything about plants self, managed to kind of rejuvenate them, and they recovered and became lovely full plants. And there was something about that kind of breaking down to almost nothing and coming back from it that, I don't know, it really spoke to me. I was going through a lot of bad mental health shit at the time, and I think it just really, it seemed like a really positive thing, a positive approach to life, and quite a natural and quite a healing way to think about, forwards and backward steps. And I think from that point on, I got really into rescuing plants for a good portion of time. I then had a tonsillectomy, and I was in a lot of pain after that. And the only thing that I found that just helped me kind of get through that was going through my mum's entire plant collection in her house, which was huge, and repotting everything, treating pests and treating root rot and all sorts of things. And I think because I didn't have to talk or like express myself, I was just kind of using my hands and my sense of touch and stuff and not really thinking, then that just really helped. So yeah, I think that's my plant origin story. Sorry, by the way, this leaf here, he's I spent so long trying to just get my phone to sit in a place, and now this is here. Always the way. YouTuber problems, hey? Number 5, why did you start a YouTube channel about plants? Talk a bit about your first video. I now can't remember exactly what my first video is. I think it is plants that I'm killing right now. Or it might be my current propagations. I can't remember exactly what that video was, but I honestly cannot remember the rationale behind doing those videos. I don't know why I started a YouTube channel. I just thought, something I want to try, and I did. And over time it's got more and more rewarding and more enjoyable, and I feel like I've learned a lot more about how to do things and what things to include, what things to leave out, like how to edit. And I don't know, I just found it really enjoyable and quite a nourishing experience in terms of improving myself and improving my own skills. What is your philosophy on buying plants? I say buy them. I say there are a lot worse things you could be doing than buying plants, and as long as it's not getting you into financial trouble, go ahead, treat yourself. I have recently started to think, I think there's a limit on, how, like anything, it can become addictive, a lot like shopping addictions, a lot like gambling, like all sorts of things. I think for some people it can become an outlet, and that sometimes happens for me, where I just feel like I need more and more. So I think as long as you're within healthy boundaries and you don't feel like it's an addiction, it's something you have to do, and it's not getting you into financial trouble, then I think it's fine. And I think there is no harm in enjoying nature as long as that's what it's about for you, or it's not just a flex thing, I'm just checking the time because I've got a meeting in about 7 minutes. So, right. What is your favourite part of having plants? I think I alluded to this a little bit in one of the other questions. For me, I think my favourite thing is the growing and going through bad patches and still coming out strong aspect. There's a real nurturing quality to looking after plants. I find it takes me out of myself, particularly if I'm feeling very down or very, mentally not in a good place. Then I find tending to my plants just kind of, I have no idea why, but it just kind of eases that kind of pain for me. And I think enjoying and immersing yourself in nature, even if it's kind of almost like a prosthetic version of nature in that it's cultivated in our home, it's still wonderful. Green is proven to be very good for you. Mentally, it's proven to make us feel a lot better and more positive. I think it's just wonderful, and I think watching your plants go through growth and death cycles, and sometimes they live and prosper, sometimes they struggle, and it's all part of the journey. And I just love how at any given point something will always be different. Your plant will always grow or die, or or a pest will come along. Nothing's ever the same, and I love that about it. I think it's a really nourishing hobby. What is your favourite genus currently? I think everyone knows this who's been watching me for a while or who's been following me on Instagram. It's begonias. That's a no-brainer. How good is your space / house for plants? Up until recently, I was living in a studio flat with a north-facing window, and that was, quite frankly, shit for my plants. And I struggled a lot. I had to do a lot with grow lights and use those to make sure my plants were getting enough light, but particularly my cacti and succulents just hated it there. They just hated it, and they've all begun to grow, which is kind of funny to watch because they were etiolated in my old flat, and now they're like growing normal growth on top of their etiolation, so it's a bit like they look really funky. But anyway, so now in our new place we have 2 big south-facing windows, actually 3, but one is in Craig's bedroom, and we've got 1 north-facing window. Actually, no, we've got 2 north-facing windows and 1 small kitchen north-facing window. So altogether, we've got a lot of light, a lot of space for our plants, and yeah, it's fantastic. So the humidity is fine. There's no damp, there's no mold. It's just perfect. We get a lot of sunshine when it's sunny. I'm really, really happy about our space. It's a major, major upgrade from my last place in terms of the plants. How do your housemates respond to all your plants? Well, I have one housemate, my other half Craig, and he is remarkably supportive of my houseplant addiction / hobby. Considering we literally live in a jungle. I think though at this point he's kind of like, you are literally a lost cause, there's nothing I can say that will change you. We had been going out for about 1.5 years before we lived together, so he knew what he was getting into. So I'm kind of like, it's your fault. It's not my fault. But no, he's very good about it. He's very encouraging and supportive about it, although I'm sure it does drive him mad. And finally, what are you looking forward to most as a plant parent? I think just seeing my plants mature and grow, and seeing what I can improve upon. Soon I'm going to try and build a terrarium out of an old fish tank, which I'm hoping to put onto my YouTube channel. I'm also going to be setting up an IKEA greenhouse cabinet, which is really exciting. So I think it's just watching my plants grow and bringing out some new skills and stuff within the hobby, which I think is going to be really exciting. Experimenting. That's what I love to do. So yeah, that is all of the questions. Before I go, I want to tag Kathi. My brain is having a complete blank. I can't remember what I think she just calls it Kathi's Plants for her YouTube channel, but she's Nerdy Kathi on Instagram. Sorry Kathi, I'm having a brain blank. And make sure you go check her out and subscribe because she is excellent and she's got a really beautiful soul. And anyone else who wants to do this tag, whether you're a plant tuber or not, if you aren't but you've been thinking about it, why not make it your first video? I hope you really enjoyed this tag, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again.